Yes, them have the heart of a pagan. The children have the heart of a lion, I know. Evil and move with Satan. Righteous trod in the countenance of the Almighty One. Them have the heart of demons. The children have the heart of a lion, I know. Evil and move with Satan. Righteous walk in the countenance of the Almighty One. Good people see hostility rising daily.
Shalom, Israel. This is Officer Roger Zion with the I.S.U.P.K in Atlanta, Georgia. The subject I'm going to break down today is Lucifer. We're going to prove in the scripture how Lucifer is a man on the earth and not a fallen angel or a man underground or anything the Christian church likes to teach. Okay, remember too that you guys need to be paying your tithes. Okay, it's in the scriptures in Malachi that you're supposed to pay your tithes, and when you don't pay your tithes, you're robbing the Most High. Okay, you got the Christian church getting rich off telling lies to the people, and the I.S.U.P.K is coming out telling the truth, and we need you to pay your tithes so we can spread this truth to all over this world, all over this country, and all over the planet. Okay, and do your part and pay your tithes. Especially if you're not coming in here and really in classes and becoming an officer and going out on the streets and teach, at least you can do is support the brothers that are doing that. So remember to pay your tithes. Okay, you can pay them online at the website ISUPK.com, or we have a P.O. box as well that will be on the website that you can send it to. Okay, remember we have classes being held in Atlanta, Georgia. The address, if you need it, is 1315 Peachtree Street. It's in Midtown Atlanta. If you have any questions on class schedules, call 404-997-9123. And make sure you call in for classes too to get the schedule and make sure the exact location, because sometimes we have to switch if we get jammed up with library locations. Okay, so let's get into the scriptures. To prove that Lucifer is a man on the earth, we first go to Isaiah, the 14th chapter. We'll start at the 12th verse, and it reads, "How art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning? How art thou cut down to the ground, which didst weaken the nations?" Okay, now Lucifer is the so-called white man on the earth. The white man is the devil, he is the deceiver, and he is the evil man on earth. And Lucifer is the so-called white man. So when it says, "How art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer," like Christians get jammed up by thinking Lucifer was in heaven and fell down to the earth as a fallen angel or something like that, but that's not true. What it's saying is here, is the so-called white man is in a high status right now. Okay, he's in a high seat. He rules the earth. Okay, the earth is given to the hand of the wicked, like the scriptures say. So it says, "How art thou fallen down," meaning how is the white man going to be brought down to a low state? Okay, "Son of the morning, how art thou cut down to the ground, which did weaken the nations?" And like we know, the so-called white man weakens the other nations. Verse 13, "For thou hast said in thy heart, I will ascend into heaven. I will exalt my throne above the stars of the Most High. I will sit also upon the mount of the congregation in the sides of the north." So when it says, "For thou hast said in thine heart, I will ascend into heaven, I will exalt my throne above the stars of God," meaning like the white man has his space program, and he has his space stations up in outer space, and it says above the stars of the Most High. Okay, so the white man does that. A man on earth actually does that. So it's not saying some spirit or some fallen angel coming from heaven, but a man actually does that. And when it says, "I will sit also upon the mount of the congregation in the sides of the north," and you know, reading the scriptures and following classes, that the congregation of the Most High is the children of Israel. And the white man sits upon the mount of the congregation. He sits on top of us on the sides of the north. And the majority of the Israelites are here in North America. Okay? So that's what that's saying. The white man does that. The so-called white man. Verse 14. "I will ascend above the heights of the clouds. I will be like the Most High." Like, the white man wants to be like the Most High. Okay? He wants to be very powerful. That's why he builds his space museum, or it's like his space stations and his military, his weapons, and his bombs. He wants to be powerful like the Most High. And it says, "I will ascend above the heights of the clouds." Like the so-called white man was the first one to fly airplane. Okay, the first man in flight. Okay, the so-called white man did that. and he wants to be like the Most High. He wants to be powerful and rely on his technology to be like the Most High. Verse 15. Yet thou shalt be brought down to hell, to the sides of the pit. So the Most High is saying this, even though the white man does these things, or Lucifer does these things, he's going to be brought down to the sides of the pits. He's going to be taken from his high seat and from his high status and be in hell. Okay, he's going to be destroyed. He's going to become low, just like the so-called Israelites, or it's like the Israelites, the so-called black man, Native American, and Hispanic. Like, we are in hell in America because we are in a low state. Okay, we live in the piss poor ghettos, we live in the projects and the reservations. That we are in a low state, dying every day of every disease and gun violence and black on black crime and everything. We die of everything, so we are in hell on earth. So the white man is going to be brought down just like that. Verse 16. They that see thee shall narrowly look upon thee and consider thee, saying, is this the man that made the earth to tremble and did shake kingdoms? Now verse 16 is very important to prove that Lucifer is a man and not a spirit or a fallen angel. What it's saying is this the man that made the earth to tremble? Okay, M-A-N, meaning man as in a man on the earth. It's not saying a spirit or anything like that. Okay, so you have to be able to read these scriptures and look at certain words like that. Like the scripture itself said man. Okay, so the Christian church is off by saying Lucifer is a fallen angel or anything like that. Lucifer is actually a man on the earth. And when it says that made the earth to tremble, that did shake kingdoms, like the so-called white man has his bombs and he goes to war and he shakes kingdoms, like Japan, the Hiroshima and Nagasaki. Like when he dropped that atom bomb, it shook the hell out of those out of that nation, out of the Japanese in those cities. Okay, so he makes the nations to shake and to tremble and puts fear in the nations like that. Verse 17, that made the world as a wilderness and destroyed the cities thereof, that opened not the house of the prisoners. Okay, so when it says that made the world as a wilderness, like I said, he goes to war in every nation and destroys those nations. Like the Middle East, he's dropping bombs like crazy over there. And like Japan, back in the 40s, when he dropped that atom bomb, he blew them to smithereens. Like he makes nations like wildernesses. Okay, he destroys people's cities. And he says that open not the house of the prisoners, like the white man in his prisons, like he'll put you in prison for 200, 300 years, even though you can't even live that long, but he'll still give you a date of when you'll get out. Like he'll still say 25 to life or 15 to 150 years or whatever the time may be. He does not open the gates, he does not open the house of the prisoners. Okay, so that's what that's saying. Like, and if Lucifer is a spirit, a fallen angel, what prison does he have that he's not letting people out? Okay, this is talking about the so-called white man. The so-called white man has these prisons that you will not get out of, that he puts you in. Okay, verse 18. All the kings of the nations, even all of them, lie in glory, every one in his own house. Verse 19. But thou art cast out of thy grave like an abominable branch, and as the raiment of those that are slain, thrust through with a sword that go down to the stones of the pit, as a carcass trodden under feet. So this is just more scripture saying how the Most High is going to destroy the white man. He's going to be thrust through. He's going to be put to death. He's going to be brought to hell. Okay? He's going to be cast out like an abominable branch. And he's going to be cast out like he's going to be destroyed. Okay? And let's skip down to verse 21. Prepare slaughter for his children for the iniquity of their fathers, that they do not rise, nor possess the land, nor fill the face of the world with cities. Okay, it says prepare slaughter for their children. Prepare slaughter for his children for the iniquity of their fathers. Like the so-called white man on the earth today, or whatever white man is on the earth when Christ returns, they're going to be put to death for the iniquities of their fathers, for the iniquities of their ancestors, and what they did to the children of Israel. Okay, and it says that prepare slaughter. Slaughter is a lot of killing. Okay, and that's what's going to happen to the so-called white man. He's going to be put to death for the iniquities that he committed against the children of Israel. It says, nor possess the land, nor fill the face of the world with cities. Like the Most High does not want the white man to possess any land. He doesn't want him building his cities and building building any cities on this land, because everywhere he goes, he kills people to do it. Every government he sets up is built off killing other people, taking their culture and totally putting them in the dust. Okay, he puts everyone to death when he builds his city. So the Lord don't want that at all. Okay, so basically what that was is proving how Lucifer is a man and not a spirit or a fallen angel. We just want to prove that in the scriptures, because the scriptures say to prove all things. If you have any questions, you can call 404-997-9123. Remember that if you have questions on class schedules, call that number as well. Remember to pay your tithes. With that, I'm going to say shalom.
Yes, them have the heart of a pagan. The children have the heart of a lion, I know. Evil a move with Satan. Righteous treading the countenance of the Almighty One. Them have the heart of demons. The children have the heart of a lion, I know. Evil a move with Satan. Righteous walk in the countenance of the Almighty One. Poor people see hostility rising daily. Ignorant multiply brutality. I see that they run gone left mommy. Fi struggle the hard road with fight beginning. Our I see baby having baby. Nothing that happen no do now.